successful. Now he's moving out. The armies are going to engage. Vikings have got to be careful. They're going to get... Now he's trapping one marauder. Now here comes the battle. The Vikings are out of position. The Stalkers are going to be able to take those down without them doing too much damage to the Colossus. The force field's going down, cutting off his army, taking out those Vikings. That was a serious loss to Oneshield. Tyler having a very, very large advantage. 129 food to 156 in the Protoss' favor. You never want the Protoss to be above you in food count because the Protoss' units are generally worth just a little bit more than your own per unit. At least I'm always very happy when I'm ahead in food as Protoss. Now Scan going down, he knows exactly where this army is. I wonder if he still realizes that this is back here. He still has those medevacs ready to drop. No, he dropped some of those. Did those go down? Those might have gone down during that battle to absolutely no effect. That would have done absolutely nothing. Yep, they look like they went down during the battle. Did absolutely nothing. He probably got those out of there. Yep, we missed that while we were watching that battle. And the Observer's still here watching absolutely everything that Oneshield does. I'm surprised he hasn't spotted that. Occasionally you can see a little glimmer in the air around that Observer. Throw it on a scan, take that out, because you do not want your opponent knowing exactly what you're doing. And right now Tyler has all the scouting information that he needs. I'm not sure he knows about that extra expansion. He does not. He does not know about the expansion. So for all he knows, unless he saw those SCVs and took a really good guess, for all he knows, Oneshield's operating off of 2 bases. Now Oneshield's moving out on the opposite direction. He might be looking to take a 4th base. Yep, he's going to throw down a command center. He's going to take a 4th base. Let's see how Tyler's going to respond to that. He's massing his army right here. Still has those units back there waiting for the drop. They're just running around, having a good time, freaking out. And now Oneshield scouted that. He knows where Tyler's army is. Is Tyler going to move out or is he going to pull back? He's kind of got to make a decision right here. The Colossus are going to go up this cliff. Now that Ghost did not have a good day. He was not very Ghost-like, just standing there, and the Colossi took him out very quickly. Now I wonder if Tyler is going to move out and attack. I'm not sure that would be the best idea. A lot of Vikings, the medevacs up there with the Marauders. I think even though the Protoss has a larger army, he does still have those units back in the back, and that's contributing to the larger portion. I think it would be a pretty even fight if he moved out. He's going to move into this base. He's going to force Oneshield to move back. Now, is he going to actually attack this base, or is he going to be faking him out? No, he's going to be moving right here to the gold expansion. Now, Oneshield has a sensor tower up, so he knows exactly where Tyler's moving. Tyler moving in for the attack. Oneshield's units are going to be out of position. It's going to be a fairly one-sided attack here on the bottom. However, he does have a concave. Those Vikings are going to be unloading on the Colossus. The other Colossus is going to do enough damage to offset those Vikings before they finally go down. The Stalkers are losing very badly. Not a lot of Stalkers. The Colossi is going to go down to these Vikings, and the Marauders are going to be able to clean up these Zealots, I believe. Now, the rest of these taking out the Vikings have gone down, and Oneshield actually was managed to pull that off. However, Tyler still has a formidable army. If he pulls these and forms them into this army right here, Tyler still would be able to hold off a push, but Oneshield definitely reclaiming the advantage, 140 to 136. Even though the Protoss warped in additional units, he is still lower than the Terran. And Oneshield clawed his way back from that first initial attack, and is now going to be making a push towards the expansions. Tyler is going to have to be careful. These probes are going to be right in the line for that. He does not have his army in position. The army is moving out right now. Those Vikings have got to watch it. They're going to be on the front. They don't want to be in the front lines. Those observers goes down. Now that's a small... I apologize. Alright, now here comes the battle. The Zealots are going to run in. They do not have charge. However, these Vikings have got to be careful before they get sniped off. Now, this might growing by Tyler. He let those Zealots get a little too far forward. Oneshield picking them off. A lot of Marauders. Now, these Vikings are just going to be worthless until the Colossi move in. But the Colossi have moved into those Vikings are just going to rip through the Colossi without the Colossi doing a lot of damage. Now, the Vikings have to run away. Stalkers moving in, trying to snipe off these Vikings. They are not going to be successful. The Zealots running back. The Marauders coming back. Is there going to be another fight? No. Oneshield said that's enough right now. Now, Tyler, again, not really coming out a clear victor in that battle, and Oneshield having to pull back, but Tyler has a fairly large army. The Colossi still out there, but Oneshield has numerous Vikings. He has, well, only 2 Vikings now. More Vikings got taken out than I thought. 2 Vikings, but that's still enough to do a lot of damage to those Colossi. Where did the Colossi go? Speaking of Colossi. No, there they are. They were running up the other side of the ramp. Now they're moving back in here. Oneshield's going to be moving out. Tyler's got to be careful. He's going to lose this expansion without an even fight. He doesn't have his observer up. He cannot find where Oneshield is. And then his expansion is just going to go down. And Tyler's not going to be able to move out in time. Tyler got to be very careful about this. If he loses this expansion, he will be 1 expansion down. And probably, unless the battle goes his way, at a loss of units, it will not be looking good for Tyler if he loses this battle. Here comes the battle. He's almost maxed out with units. He hits them from behind, hitting the Marauders from behind, taking out all those Marauders. Oh, it is not a good day to be Oneshield when you lose that many Marauders for absolutely no gain. Now, the Nexus is almost dead, but once the shields recharge, it'll have a lot more health than Oneshield obviously wants. But not as much as Tyler wants to have either. Colossi moving into the Xel'Naga towers, and LiquidTyler moving up here. LiquidTyler is actually in a very good position, 177 to 192, with Tyler having a large increase in resources. You see 120 out of the battle going down. Tyler having to run away, and Oneshield actually fighting back. Tyler's got to be careful. The miss micro, that might cost him much more than he can afford. Now, these Colossi, the Vikings, are going to be hitting the Colossi. Are these Starkers going to take out these Vikings with a blink? They are going to take down these Vikings. No, they're going to ignore 1 Viking. That Viking is just going to go undefeated. And Oneshield, good games, having lost most of his army to Tyler. Tyler, even though those Vikings decimated the Colossi, Tyler just kept making them. Eventually, those Colossi, which just wreck these Marauders, eventually there was just more Colossi than the Marauders and the Vikings could deal with. Plus those Stalkers always having taking out a few Vikings in the engagement. I honestly thought Tyler was going to lose it there for a little bit. He was down in units. He lost that 1 battle very badly, but he was able to macro up, get a larger army, win a few key engagements by a large margin, and then he was able to claw his way back. And now Oneshield having a good game because that's just too many Colossi and too few Vikings. Well, 5 Vikings, but just not enough units to counteract LiquidTyler. So, it was a good game, and I will see you guys with the next video.